We were a really close bunch of blokes, really close. I think that was one of our strengths, you know, that was one of Barassi's strengths, in that he did really develop us into a real team, and we were like brothers.
There's something special. You don't have to say a word. There is just that bond that is just there, that you're just so grateful.
We got on terribly well together, and there was a real feeling about it. There was a real brotherhood here.
We knew that we had the personnel, and 77, we needed to get it right so that we could win the most important game of the year.
You'd be under no misapprehension at all as to how I want the game played, but what's more important, I believe you know and you feel the way football's got to be played in the modern 70s.
I asked him, why would you want me at 31 years of age, and my best footy is probably behind me, why would you want me to come, in 75, you've won a flag and you're up in that sort of situation, what will I bring? He said, you've been a brilliant player in an ordinary team, I'm going to teach you to be a great player in a great team. And he said, all your life you've played on natural talent and ability, I'm going to teach you to play ahead of the game. And he started to talk about things like that I'd never ever experienced anybody ever say to me, and it just excited me.
Darryl, you are a I'll tell you why. You've got the bloody football game beaten. You've come down here not concentrated. The ball goes out towards the Carlton small man. You stay back with your man.
I guess when you say about the sprays and the demands that he placed on us, and the fire and brimstone, the criticism at times, personal attacks at times, I guess it galvanises the group. And as a group, we grew stronger because of it, because we wanted to prove him wrong.
I was a bit of a rat bag, and I used to try and keep away from Ron if I could. We had a very good side in 77, very good side, and it was strong. The club was strong right through, under-19s, reserves, the whole lot.
We were really, having achieved the ultimate in 75, we all wanted to get back to that winning the most important game of the year, which was the grand final. And we all believed that we should have been there again, approaching the 77 year.
I was really told pretty early on by some of the senior players, understand one thing, Stan, you win your own footy here at North. I said, what's that? They said, you've got to earn respect, and you won't get respect by just being a receiver.
You really had to battle for your game, and if you're off key, you were gone.
But the players drove it, and if you didn't put your head over the ball, you were told.
When it comes to the finals, you're really trying to get yourself back into that side and working hard to keep your spot.
When we played Hawthorn that first game, we got towed up. There were a number of moves were made at match committee, and we played blokes in different positions. If my memory serves right, even we came up with some plan of Barry Cable playing almost like a centre half forward and stuff like that.
I got best in the ground in the seconds. He turned around to me, he said, and I walked in to look, I sort of see how the land was, the lay of the land, and he said, you're in next week. So I was pretty happy about that.
And then we came out and we played Richmond, if my memory serves me right. We played very well against that, and then we played Hawthorn and we turned the game right around. It was a massive turnaround.
It was a very demanding year, very demanding year. It won't ever happen again. So we didn't get a break in 77 at all. We didn't have a week off. We just played the 22 home and away games, and then 5 finals in a row.
We were pretty confident, and then we kicked bad.
The backs were pretty solid. The forwards kicked poorly.
One of the best half-forward flankers I've ever seen. Arnold Brightus would kick something like 6 or 7 points straight, not kick a goal.
The whole side kicked 22 points for the game.
There was that inner belief there that our best can win it and we need to do it. I don't think we ever got down. I don't think anybody ever thought there was a possibility of losing. was in our belief systems.
30 minutes of play gone, 66-39. Collingwood 66, the ball goes back towards centre half back. And a good mark taken there by Bright. He pushed the Collingwood player in the back, Manassa, and he's thrown it away in a 15-metre penalty. That's frustration for you. And the Collingwood players clapping as the siren sounds for the end of the third quarter. And no doubt Collingwood's quarter, and we see Collingwood doing a tremendous job in that third quarter of the 1977 grand final.
We got to three-quarter time and we said, they've stopped running. We've still got something left.
We had a quarter of football left in the season, in the most important game of the season, to turn this around.
My barometer was always Wayne Schimmelbusch, to be quite honest, and just look at Schimmer, and you just knew that there was look in his eye, and for me it was, there's no one known I'm going to play and let that guy down. It was that sort of person.
Don't leave anything out there. Make sure that that you fully realise the situation that we're in, and play like that. Play with that real sense of urgency.
Ireland with the ball on the half-back line.
And the ball driven out there towards Max Richardson, picked up by Little Bond. He's going for a run. There's the side, I think, for the end of the game.
It's a draw.
It's a draw. The 1977 grand final is a draw. And we'll be back here next week.
Well, to me it was just total confusion. Total confusion. My memory serves me that there were so many people doing things. I looked around and I saw blokes lying on the ground. And I heard other people saying, get up, they might bounce the ball.
A lot of confusion, a lot of relief too, because we're in a lot of strife. It was a really great effort in the last quarter to kick 5 unanswered goals to get in a position where we could draw the match.
By the time we'd got in the rooms, the whole group had galvanised.
And he said, I promise you a premiership. Don't listen to anybody else except me.
So by the time he'd finished his talk, we were on a mission again.
I know that you probably haven't thought about going through another training session for next week, but have you any other ideas of how you're going to get yourself through next week?
Well, we'll take it easy, just sharpen up and try and keep ourselves as loose and as lucid as possible.
Yeah. You look very drained, Ron.
Well, I would like to go through this every day. Once a week's enough, or once a lifetime.
Well,
the preparation for that grand final replay was probably one of Barassi's best weeks at the football club.
Barassi trained us not hard. He just trained us pretty lightly.
Nothing was left to chance, and we didn't know what was going to happen, yet we trained lightly.
He managed and handled us absolutely. He was outstanding. When you look at it off the field, Barassi and Tom Hafey were matched up against each other, and Barassi shone.
We just sort of said, we hope it's a close game because we'll run over them.
Oh, we had them. We had them.
Ball goes back now towards Thompson. Blight at the back. How was that for a mark? Oh, what a mark. Players setting themselves. Is it going out for Baker trying to get out, but what's going to happen? It's a goal.
We had the edge physically, but we had the mental edge too, because we'd come from behind and we're tougher. We thought we were tougher than them.
If we could, get that good fluency and run-on style of footy that we played when we played our best, we could really have a good game against Collingwood. And as it turned out, the scoreboard took care of itself.
I've never been happier. Those minutes, and then to go into the room with Barassi and the 20 players, and they shut the door, and he turned around and he said, you get to the top of the mountain, you're the only one there, and you own the world. And we're, embrace it. That was a special moment.
It was special. It was special to get that result after such a demanding season. And I'm really proud of all of my teammates and my coach. So proud of what we achieved that year.
The thing I do remember then was getting up on the podium and being given that medallion and knowing that it finally was that situation, and that I'd played all this time at the MCG and all those period of time, never played in the final. In my first year at North, I play in a final, I play in a drawn grand final, we were in the replay and I'm a premiership player.
You can imagine the emotion when we had a chance to reflect. You know, we just looked each other in the eye and, you know, we had that real bond. And that's something about premierships that you never, ever, ever forget.
Just there's something special. You don't have to say a word. There is just that bond that is just there, that you're just so grateful for that sort of stuff. And
it really drives you. It really drives you, and it's a oh look, I can't. I can remember it vividly, but you know, it's just special. You know, really, really special.